In a vibrant West African village named Kintola, two brothers, Kofi and Jumo, were known for their strong bond and playful spirit. They spent their days exploring the lush green fields, climbing tall trees, and listening to the stories of their father, a wise elder of the village. One day, their father fell ill, and the brothers gathered around him, worried about his health. As their father lay on his bed, he called them close. With a trembling voice, he revealed the family secret. They were the guardians of powerful ancestral masks, each holding special abilities. He handed them the masks, one for Kofi, made of shining bronze, and one for Jumo, carved from dark wood. These masks will give you strength and wisdom, he said, but you must use them wisely. After their father passed away, the brothers felt a mix of sadness and excitement. They decided to wear the masks during the village festival, where everyone gathered to celebrate their ancestors. As they put on the masks, something magical happened. Kofi felt a surge of energy, and Jumo could hear the whispers of the spirits around them. But soon, their newfound powers began to create tension. Kofi wanted to use his strength to protect the village from dangers, while Jumo believed they should use their abilities to bring change and modernize Kintola. The brothers argued, their voices rising above the joyful sounds of the festival. One night, as the moon shone bright, Jumo decided to sneak into the sacred forest, where the spirits were said to dwell. He believed he could communicate with them and seek guidance. Kofi, worried for his brother's safety, followed him quietly. Deep in the forest, they found a clearing filled with glowing flowers and ancient trees. Suddenly, the air grew cold, and a spirit appeared before them, its eyes glowing like fireflies. You must choose your path wisely, it warned. The masks can unite or divide you. If you do not find harmony, darkness will fall upon your village. Frightened, the brothers realized that their conflict could lead to disaster. They returned home, but the tension lingered. The next day, a terrible storm struck Kintola. The winds howled, and the sky turned dark. The villagers panicked, unsure of what to do. Kofi and Jumo knew they had to act. Kofi used his strength to help the villagers secure their homes, while Jumo called upon the spirits for guidance. Together, they worked side by side, their powers complementing each other. As the storm raged on, they felt a connection growing between them, a bond stronger than before. When the storm finally passed, the village was safe, but the brothers knew they had to face their differences. They gathered the villagers and shared their visions for Kintola's future. The villagers listened, and together, they found a way to blend Kofi's desire for protection and Jumo's wish for progress. As the sun rose the next day, the brothers stood together, wearing their masks. They felt the spirit's approval and knew they were on the right path. But just as they began to celebrate, a shadow loomed over the village. An ancient spirit, angry and powerful, emerged from the forest, demanding to reclaim the masks. Kofi and Jumo exchanged worried glances. They had to confront this spirit together, but would their bond be strong enough to face the challenge ahead? With their hearts racing, they prepared for the fight of their lives, knowing that the fate of Kintola rested in their hands. The ancient spirit towered over Kintola, its form swirling like smoke and its eyes glowing with an eerie light. The villagers gasped and stepped back, fear gripping their hearts. Kofi and Jumo stood firm, their masks glowing with power, but doubt crept into their minds. Could they truly face this spirit together? Why do you wear the masks of my ancestors? The spirit boomed, its voice echoing through the village. You are not worthy of their power. Kofi stepped forward, his heart pounding. We wear them to protect our village and honor our father's legacy. We want to unite our people and keep them safe. Jumo added, we understand the responsibility that comes with these masks. We seek guidance, not power for ourselves. The spirit has narrowed. Your intentions may be good, but your hearts are divided. Only when you find true unity will you be worthy. With that, the spirit raised its hand, and a gust of wind swept through the village, knocking Kofi and Jumo off their feet. They landed hard on the ground, the masks slipping from their faces. The villagers cried out, their fear turning to panic. Kofi scrambled to his feet, his eyes wide with determination. We can't let the spirit take the masks. We need to work together. Jumo nodded, his mind racing. But how? The spirit said we must find unity. We need to show it that we can be stronger together. As the spirit loomed closer, Kofi and Jumo joined hands, feeling the warmth of their bond. Let's show the spirit our true strength, Kofi said. We have to combine our powers. Jumo agreed, and they both focused on their masks, calling upon the energy within them. Kofi felt the strength of the bronze mask surge through him, while Jumo tapped into the wisdom of the dark wood mask. Together, they created a bright light that filled the clearing, illuminating the faces of the villagers. The spirit paused, its glowing eyes flickering with interest. What is this light? It asked, its voice softer now. This is our unity. Jumo shouted. Together, we are stronger. We protect our village and honor our ancestors. Kofi added, we want to learn from you. Teach us how to use the masks wisely, so we can lead our people into a brighter future. The spirit floated closer, its form shimmering. You speak with sincerity. But to prove your unity, you must face a challenge. You will enter the realm of the spirits and retrieve the heart of Kentola. Only then will you earn the right to wear the masks. The brothers exchanged worried glances. What is the heart of Kentola? Kofi asked. It is a sacred gem that holds the spirit of your village, the spirit explained. It lies hidden in the depths of the forest, guarded by ancient forces. You must work together to find it, or your village will be lost. With a nod of determination, Kofi and Jumo accepted the challenge. The spirit waved its hand, and a shimmering portal appeared before them, swirling with colors of blue and gold. Step through the portal, and your journey will begin, it instructed. Taking a deep breath, the brothers stepped into the portal, feeling a rush of energy as they were transported to the spirit realm. They found themselves in a beautiful landscape filled with glowing trees, sparkling rivers, and creatures they had only heard about in stories. But the beauty was deceiving. As they ventured deeper, they encountered strange challenges. First, they faced a river of shadows that whispered their fears. You are not strong enough, the shadows taunted. Kofi felt doubt creeping in, but Jumo squeezed his hand. We can do this together, he encouraged. They closed their eyes and focused on their bond, remembering their father's teachings. With a united shout, they leaped across the river, the shadows fading behind them. Next, they reached a mountain guarded by a fierce lion spirit. Only those with pure hearts may pass, it growled. Kofi and Jumo stood tall, explaining their mission and their desire to protect their village. The lion spirit studied them closely, then nodded, allowing them to continue. Finally, they arrived at a magnificent cave, where the heart of Kentola glowed brightly at its center. But as they approached, the ground trembled, and a dark figure emerged, blocking their path. It was a shadowy creature, twisted and angry. You cannot take the heart, it hissed. It belongs to me. Kofi and Jumo looked at each other, realizing this was their final test. They had to work together to defeat the creature and claim the heart. Let's combine our powers, Kofi shouted. Jumo nodded, and they focused their energy, channeling the strength of their masks. A brilliant light erupted from them, illuminating the cave and pushing back the darkness. The shadow creature roared in fury, but the brothers stood firm, their bond shining brighter than ever. "We will protect our village," Jumo declared, and with one final burst of energy, they sent the creature retreating into the shadows. As the light faded, they approached the heart of Kentola. It pulsed with warmth and energy, and they knew this was the key to their village's future. Together, they lifted the heart, feeling its power surge through them. But just as they turned to leave, the spirit appeared once more, its eyes now filled with approval. "You have proven your unity and strength. Take the heart back to your village, and you will become true guardians of Kentola." With the heart in hand, Kofi and Jumo stepped back through the portal, ready to face whatever awaited them in their village. But as they emerged, they noticed something was different. The village was shrouded in a thick mist, and the villagers looked worried. "What happened?" Kofi asked, his heart racing. A villager stepped forward, fear in her eyes. "The darkness has returned. The spirit is angry, and it has sent shadows to take our homes." Kofi and Jumo exchanged determined glances. They had to act fast. With the heart of Kentola glowing between them, they prepared to confront the darkness that threatened their village once more. Would their newfound strength and unity be enough to save their home? The battle for Kentola was just beginning. Kofi and Jumo gripped the heart of Kentola tightly as they surveyed the mist-shrouded village. The villagers huddled together, fear etched on their faces. The brothers knew they had to act quickly to protect their home. "We must find the source of the darkness and stop it before it spreads," Kofi said, his voice steady despite the growing unease. Jumo nodded in agreement. "With the heart of Kentola, we have the power to drive back the shadows. But we need to work together, just as we did in the spirit realm." The brothers donned their ancestral masks, feeling the energy coursing through them. They held the heart between them, its glow intensifying as they focused their combined strength. "Villagers of Kentola," Jumo called out, "stand with us and face this darkness. Together, we are stronger than any shadow that threatens our home." The villagers responded with a cheer, their fear giving way to determination. They gathered their tools and weapons, ready to follow the brothers into the mist. Kofi and Jumo led the way, the heart guiding them towards the source of the darkness. As they ventured deeper into the mist, they encountered twisted shadows that lashed out at them with clawed tendrils. But with the power of the heart and their unity, the brothers fought back, their masks glowing with energy. The villagers joined in, their courage bolstered by the brothers' example. Slowly but surely, they pushed back the shadows, driving them deeper into the forest. The mist began to clear, and they could see the outline of a massive, twisted tree in the distance. "That must be where the darkness originates," Jumo said, his eyes narrowing. As they approached the tree, they heard a sinister voice echoing through the branches. "You dare to challenge me, mortals," it hissed. "The shadows are mine to command." Suddenly, the tree came alive, its branches lashing out like serpents. The villagers scattered, dodging the attacks as best they could. Kofi and Jumo stood their ground, their heart pulsing between them. They focused their energy, channeling the power of their masks into a brilliant beam of light that struck the tree's heart. The tree shuddered and groaned, its branches withering. The shadows that had clung to it scattered, fleeing into the darkness. But just as they thought they had won, a dark figure emerged from the tree's core. It was the same shadowy creature they had faced in the spirit realm, its eyes burning with hatred. "You may have defeated my shadows, but you cannot stop me," it roared, its voice shaking the very earth. Kofi and Jumo braced themselves, ready to face the creature once more. But as they prepared to attack, a new voice rang out, strong and clear. "Stop, foul spirit," a woman's voice commanded. "Your darkness ends here." A figure stepped out of the shadows, her eyes glowing with a fierce light. It was Amina, the village elder and keeper of ancient wisdom. "You have no power here, Akuma," she said, her voice dripping with disdain. "The people of Kentola are under my protection." Akuma recoiled, its shadowy form wavering. "You cannot stop me, old woman," it hissed. Amina raised her hand, and a blinding light erupted from her palm. "I call upon the power of the ancestors to banish you, Akuma," she cried. The light enveloped the shadowy creature, burning away its form. Akuma screamed in agony, its voice fading into the distance as it was consumed by the light. As the light faded, Amina turned to Kofi and Jumo, a proud smile on her face. "You have proven yourselves worthy of the masks, my sons," she said. "The heart of Kentola is safe, thanks to your courage and unity." As the darkness faded, the villagers erupted in cheers, their hearts filled with relief and joy. Kofi and Jumo embraced, knowing their bond had triumphed over the darkness. As the villagers celebrated their victory, Kofi and Jumo reflected on their journey. They had faced many challenges, but through it all, they had learned valuable lessons. Moral lessons. Unity is strength. The bond between Kofi and Jumo proved that when people come together, they can overcome even the greatest challenges. Working as a team and supporting one another is essential for success. Courage in adversity, facing fears and standing up against darkness is a sign of true bravery. Kofi and Jumo showed that courage can shine brightest in the face of danger, inspiring others to stand strong. Respect for ancestral wisdom. The teachings of their ancestors guided Kofi and Jumo throughout their journey. Honoring and learning from the wisdom of those who came before can provide strength and guidance in difficult times. As the stars twinkled above Kentola, the villagers danced and celebrated their victory, knowing that they were ready to face whatever challenges the future might hold together.